Hello friends, welcome to Hello English. My name is Rupam and I welcome you all to my channel. In today's video, I will share with you 10 wonderful, very simple tips which will help you to improve your English skill. You will be able to speak English in a much better way. I have tried these 10 tips and that is why I'm sharing with you all. So if you like this video, please do subscribe. Also, there are some more videos which I uploaded few days back and many of my subscribers are liking those videos. These are the videos. You can check it out. You can go to my channel and you can watch those videos also. Now let's talk about today's video. Let me tell you something before we start. One day I went to a park. Nearby my house there is a park. I sat down, just tried to relax myself. I met a person who was just sitting next to me. He was talking over the phone in English, but his English was not that great. So once he kept the phone, I just asked him, "Hello, my name is this. Where are you from?" I just asked him. After talking for some time, he told me that your English is very good, Mr. Rupam. I said, "Thank you. Can you help me to learn English?" I said, "Why not?" I shared these 10 tips with him. And believe me, after 3 months, I met the same person again in that park. And he speaks much better. I told him, "Hey Ramesh, your English has improved." So my dear friends, let's start this lesson and I'm sure you will also improve your English. Tip number 1. Here are some hacks which you can try out. When you use Google, use the speaking option. Once you log into Google, do you find this button, the mic option? You can click here and say whatever you want. How to speak English. See,
Here
you
is
get
information from EF Education First.
Great. So in this way, you can try your voice. Click on the mic option, and try to speak anything, whatever you like. Let's try something else. How to improve communication skill.
Here is information from Manpower Group.
Great. So my dear friend, you got it? This is how you can try. You can click there and say something. If Google understands you, it will automatically bring all the information in front of you. If it doesn't understand, it means you have to improve your English. Also, you can do video calls. You know you have some good friends who can speak English. So, you can try speaking to them in English over the video conference. You will be able to build your confidence in that way. Again, one more option I can give you. In the WhatsApp, there is an option, right, where you can record your voice and send it to someone. You can record it and you can listen to yourself. Just see how you sound. Is your pronunciation good? Where you need to improve, you can figure it out. Practice on a regular basis and you see your English will improve. Let's move on to the second point. If you have trouble talking to people, if you feel your confidence is low during conversation, instead of talking, you can try typing, online typing. It won't help you learn to speak out loud, but it will help you learn how to form conversational sentences and communicate clearly. And this skill will help you more confident when you try to speak to someone. To try conversational English through online communication, try these few things. Number 1, use the online translation service. The best thing about typing your conversation is that you have plenty of time to make sure you get everything correct. Websites like Google Translates can help you in this case. Also, you can try uploading your post in different websites. I'll just show you an example. See, I am in this website. Okay? Any website you go, you will find this section, add comment, read comments. Here you can click and upload your comments. And people will respond to you. And you can try responding back. This way, you will be able to build a communication in English. One more thing is ask question. Don't be afraid to reach out for help. You can also ask people, how would you say this in a casual conversation, to get some really useful information about how people talk. Let's move on to number 3. For few minutes, keep yourself available for this exercise. Say for 2 minutes. Okay, let me tell you what you can do. You take up a topic. Say something about yourself. This is a very easy topic. 2 minutes, set a timer, stand in front of the mirror, and you talk non-stop. You will not stop. The primary purpose of this speaking exercise is to analyze the way you talk. Focus strongly on pronunciation. Suppose you take up a topic. Tell something about yourself. I'll give you an example. Let me speak few sentences. My name is Rupam Sil. I am a teacher. I love teaching kids. I wake up by 6 o'clock every morning. After that, I do my exercise and meditation. I have my breakfast at around 9 o'clock. So in this way, you will keep talking for 2 minutes. Don't stop in between. This way, gradually, your practice will happen and you see how fluently you will be able to speak in English after a few days. Next point. Nowadays, people are getting on podcast. You get a lot of information over podcast. There are so many reasons how podcast can help you. Did you know there were studies that showed that listening to English helped listeners' pronunciation and speaking skill too. So podcast is basically about listening. So it helps your pronunciation. It helps your speaking skill also. It improves. There are different categories of podcast. Like you can find podcast on arts, sports, politics, communication, etc. You can just go to YouTube, just type podcast. You will find ample amount of information there. Let's move on to the next one. Reading and watching news, a great source of information. It not only helps you in developing your English skill, it also helps you to learn lots of vocabularies. Reading. When you speak something loud, your mouth is doing the work, and that work is helping you to build your fluency. Watching news. When you watch news, your listening skill is developing. When you come across new words, write those words down. Find the meaning. Try to use them in your daily conversation. Next point. English songs. This is a great way to improve your English. When you try to learn some new song, first thing is that you have to learn the lyrics. Once you learn the lyrics, you have to listen to the song few times. It's difficult to understand the song at the first time. It takes time, I believe. For me also it was a challenge. But I never gave up. Whenever I used to get a new song, I used to read the lyrics. Then I used to go to the listening part and singing starts. This way I developed my English. Next point. If you have a friend who is very good in English, he or she can help you in different ways. You can ask specific questions to understand the meaning of new words better. You can try to share a few questions with your friend and he can help you out. As for example, instead of saying, "What does this word mean?" you can ask, "What does this word mean in this sentence?" Because Understanding how words fit into sentence is a step towards fluency. Next, instead of asking, "What does this phrase means?" ask, "What is a similar phrase in my native language?" Because sometimes understanding the word is not enough to understand the meaning. You need to know the phrase also. One more, instead of "What are you saying?" you can say, "What do you mean?" Because what you say and what you mean are not always the same thing. Got my point? Let's move on to the next one. Reading children's book is very important for beginners who are learning English, because in children's book you find easy language and the grammar is also very easy. And it doesn't take much time for you to understand that language. Once you are comfortable with children's book, children's stories, you can climb the ladder to the next step. You can read some other books. However, if you are a beginner, it is always advisable that you start with some English books of children. Next point. This is an exercise that can be worked into many different parts of our life, just like the reality TV show. Let me give you an example. You are driving on the road and you see a big billboard with a funny phrase on it. See if you can translate it and speak your English translation out loud with excellent pronunciation. Finally, we move to the last point. Sometimes it is good to keep the technology aside and live a raw life like before what we used to do. Don't worry, there are a lot of fun and creative ways to practice speaking without technology. So, you have to narrate the day. Usually, it's done at the end of the day. What you did the entire day. You woke up in the morning, you had your breakfast, you went to your work, school, colleges, office, you came back. What all challenges you faced the whole day. You met your friend, you had a conversation with your friend over the phone, maybe you went to play cricket. Just recall those things in your mind and try to speak those things out. And when you speak, try not to pause in between. Speak slowly and no fillers in between. Like Suppose you're cooking something, okay? And you just imagine that you are cooking. There are so many people around you. So describe what you are cooking, how you are cooking. You are putting the masala, you are putting onion. Express that. Just think someone is in front of you. This way, you will be able to become fluent in English. So my dear friends, these are the 10 topics which I shared with you, 10 different tips. I'm sure if you apply this in your life, you will get better with your English. You will improve your English. I wish you all the very best. See you again.